Good evening, fuckers. We are back with the next Train Simulator Classic request video, and this one is, well, it's going to be quite the challenge. I can't remember exactly when it was. It's probably got to be a month, maybe even a bit more than a month ago. I got a request from, I'm pretty sure it was Nicky Boom 75, who wanted me to do a run on the Metropolitan Line, the London Underground route. And I think the route that I ended up doing was definitely not the route he was hoping for, because I ended up going from, I think it was from Uxbridge, and I went as far as Harrow-on-the-Hill, which meant that I did not actually go underground at all on that, in that particular video. The reason being that the underground section, which is in Zone 1, is extremely challenging. You've really got to watch what you're doing. And okay, I've had a few more runs. I have got better. I'm not remotely good at it, but I've discovered the secret, or what I think is the secret, to getting it to work. So we're going to give it a shot. So we are starting at Aldgate, which is the easternmost terminus of the Metropolitan Line. So we are in Zone 1. We're going to go as far as Finchley Road, which is, basically we'll have crossed the whole of Zone 1 and we will have emerged from the underground section. We will be above ground at Finchley Road. It's the first station when you have left the underground section. Now, I can't actually set Finchley Road as a terminus, or rather a final destination, so I've set the destination as Harrow-on-the-Hill. We might actually go all the way out to Harrow-on-the-Hill, but the run that I'm really looking to do is, Aldgate to Finchley Road. So, now our train is the S8 stock. I mean, that one has already appeared, so I should have really chosen an S7 plus 1, but no, we'll stick with the S8. And right, for specifics, well, it's spring, it's overcast, it's 1 PM. Considering most of this run is done underground, this doesn't really matter, but yeah, there are going to be occasions where we will be above ground, even if it's only temporary, and once we're at Finchley Road, it's then permanent. The Metropolitan Line is only a subsurface line, so there are a few sections where, we are on the surface for a bit. A very short bit, but still. Now, you can also see I am running the enhanced version of the Metropolitan Line. Hopefully the announcements will work. There's no guarantee of it. They are a bit flaky, but we'll see if they work. In fact, we'll find out before we leave Aldgate Station. So anyway, that is the setup. Let's get this up and running. And here we are. Now, it is a bit sluggish while it's still loading in the rest of the assets. But while it's doing that, let's get a bit of light on in here. Let's first power up the train so that everything will work. So, key on. We shall move the trip cock to forward. Now we can, in fact we did have some lights on already. Right, let's enter our info here. Duty number, doesn't matter, neither does handheld radio number. and neither, for that matter, does train number, but I do believe 411 is an actual train number. Now this is the part that matters. So we are going from Aldgate, and we're going to go, we'll set it to Harrow, so we want destination code 27. Confirm it, there we go. Now that's the part that should set the announcements working, if they are working. Let's find out.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is Aldgate.
Hopefully that recorded or came out okay in the video, but yep.
Metropolitan Line train to Harrow-on-the-Hill. The next station is Liverpool Street.
But yet the announcements are working. Shut that thing up. Okay, here we can close the doors. Have to manually close the doors even when the doors automatically shut. There we go. Right, now these speed limits that are going to be cropping up, I'm going to be going quite a bit below them because there are an awful lot of signals on this line, and I need to make sure that I catch them. So here we go. So as we leave Aldgate, you'll see all of these markers here. Now the distance between each marker is the same as one. I did not see that 10 mph change. But yeah, it's the distance, it's the length of one carriage. And when we pass the 8th marker, the entire train is out of the station. So this is the 7th, 8th marker is just over there on the wall. Now I missed that signal there. Good job good job it was green. So next signal's here, just as we start entering the 40 mph zone. Now on the underground we could now do 40 mph. The game will say we're speeding, but even the manual says go ahead and do it. But I'm not going to be going up to 40. I've got to be able to catch these signals, so this one is fine. As you can see, Liverpool Street is very close, and yet there's still 2 sets of signals that we'll be going through.
The next station is Liverpool Street. Change for the Central Line, TfL Rail, London Overground and National Rail Services.
There is the last one, so we are fine as far as all of the signals taking us into Liverpool Street. Now, obviously, right, the announcements are not essential, but I do think they really enhance the whole atmosphere. It's great that they are working. We'll get the whole train on the station. Here we go. Now really we want to stop by the markers, and in fact, because these monitors have come on, I have stopped at the perfect place. So anyway, let's open the doors.
Liverpool Street. This is the 4th station of the Metropolitan Line train to Harrow-on-the-Hill. The next station is Aldgate.
Yeah, I hope the announcements are coming through clearly in the vid. So this is, yeah, a station that I am extremely familiar with, the Liverpool Street Underground. A number of times when I come to London, especially if I'm coming on from the South End Victoria line, then yeah, head straight to the underground section of Liverpool Street Station. Not this particular line. I never use the Metropolitan. I head straight for the Central Line. So it looks like the doors have manually closed, but yeah, I still need to close them myself. There we go. Right. Onwards to the next station. Now, Moorgate is one of those stations that I frequently have problems with, because you'll see there is a signal right within the actual platform, and it is a control signal, so it is automatically red. You've got to approach it slow enough for it to change before you pass it while it is still red. So, green here. Now, the reason why there are so many signals is that this area, you know, this particular route is incredibly busy. So here's the next control signal. As you can see, it's still red. So I'm coming in incredibly slowly, hoping that it's slow enough for that to change to green before we go past it. And I can't see it. I'm gonna have to tab past it. It was still red, but yeah, I tabbed past the thing. I don't like doing that, but that's the only one where I pretty much have to do it. So the rear carriage has not
This is Moorgate.
yeah, we stopped quite a bit short of the actual marker.
This is station Metropolitan Line train to Harrow-on-the-Hill. The next station is Barbican. The
So-
front doors will not open at the next station. Please use other doors.
So, yeah, this part of the underground network we're on, subsurface lines here, there are 3 different London Underground lines that all use these rails. There's us, obviously, on the Metropolitan Line. The Circle Line also uses it, and so does the Hammersmith and City Line. So they need an awful lot of signalling and control signals to try and keep this thing in order, because you have one train fucking up and it's disrupting 3 underground lines. If you're in a really bad place, that disruption could sort of like work its way backwards, so it will eventually disrupt the district line. So that's 4 London Underground lines all disrupted because you fucked up at one station or at one signal. It's yeah, not good. Right, let's close the doors. Been here long enough. There we go. Right. Now, hopefully you heard on the announcements there that at Barbican, we, yeah, the front doors won't open because it's a shorter platform. So next signal is coming up pretty soon. So there's not much I can really talk about with while I'm doing this line, because I've got to concentrate so much on all of these signals here. So yeah,
The
that's
next
2.
station
That's fine.
is
We're going on a
exit for the Museum of London.
1 in
The front doors
76.
will not open at the next station. Please use other doors.
Yeah, we're on a 1 in 76 uphill climb. Next signal there is okay, so we're still losing speed. Coming in an awful lot slower than I would have liked. Now there is another control signal on the platform as we come in, so I've got to try and catch it. I've got to see where he is first. I can't see it, so I'm gonna... Oh, it's yellow, so we're all right. There it is there. Now the signal at the end, this is another control signal. We need to stop close enough to ensure that it will change to green. Now in an S8, that's... yeah, you should be able to do that. The S7+1, you've got to get quite a bit closer to it. Yeah, I'm nowhere near close enough. Let's go forward a little bit. The rear... there he is, just changed the green, so we're good now. Okay.
This is Barbican.
So, yeah, Barbican.
This is all stations Metropolitan Line train to Harrow-on-the-Hill. The next station is Farringdon.
So yeah, Barbican is an absolute shit pit. I have no regard for the Barbican at all. It's one of those horrible sort of like concrete monstrosities that were being put up in London in the 50s. It might be early 60s, but I think the Barbican was 50s. The doors are shutting. We still have to, yeah, click the manual shut. You can see we still got reds there. Now they're blue, we're good to go. Right. So we know this signal here is fine. It changed to green before we actually stopped. Farringdon station next. This has a nice big platform. No problem with getting the whole train on here. Now I'm taking this whole route a damn sight slower than it really should be driven, but yeah, I'm still trying to learn which of these signals are control signals and which ones are going to be fine. So yeah, green here, green at the next. You just seen there.
Station is Farringdon. Change for National Rail Services.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
You just saw that not all of the signals that we are passing actually appear on the route display. But anyway, we're pretty good. This train is waiting for us to get in before it can pull away. So we have another control signal at the end of the platform here. There we go. It's good. Looks like we haven't stopped in quite the right place.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This is Farringdon.
So where's the marker? Oh, marker's here.
Station Metropolitan Line train to Harrow-on-the-Hill. The next station is King's Cross St Pancras.
So yeah, this we're supposed to stop in line with the green section here. I mean, it's not essential, but if you do stop there, these two monitors activate. It's sort of telling you that you've stopped in the right place. So Farringdon, we've stopped here a few times in other videos. Right, let's get the doors shut. Or the door lock active. There we go. Right, we can now set off again. So next stop, King's Cross, St Pancras. There's a hell of a lot of control signals as we approach this station. Not surprising really. Right, so green here, that's good. Green there. Entering a 40 zone, but yeah, we're not really going to be doing 40 mph. We should, but yeah, I need to. I'll tell you what, we'll get back up to 25 anyway. So the signal's green here. It's not showing on the route display, but yeah, we would certainly need to obey it. So yeah, green there. But yeah, I mean, look at all these. That's the next green, that's good. Let's go back up to 25. We're on a 1 in 89 uphill climb here at the moment, so need a bit of throttle. We're not blasting along. Next signal there, green, is fine. Green here.
The next station
Next one's good.
King's Cross and Pancras. Change for the Northern, Piccadilly and Victoria lines, national and international rail services.
Next one's good. We have got a sharp turn. Yeah, this one's good as well, so we are fine.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
There have been a few occasions where I've been travelling on the underground, and yeah, some underground trains do sort of like crawl in like I'm doing here, and I find it very annoying. So I'm sure the passengers are far from thrilled. Now this one is still red, so I've not.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This is King's Cross and Pancras.
Yeah, I've not stopped close enough to that signal, so we've got to absolutely.
This is an all-stations Metropolitan Line train to Harrow-on-the-Hill. The next station is Euston Square.
Yeah, I've got to like really creep away from this, from where we are. Make sure that that signal turns red before we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to change position so I can see when the light changes. So doors are shut. Let's get them locked. There we are. Right. creep forward. There it is. Right. So now we're fine. Let's go. See, if I'd stopped in the right place, I wouldn't have needed to do any of that. I could have just left as normal. So we're leaving on a 1 in 100 uphill climb again. So heading up to Euston Square. Now, I'm pretty sure on the underground, Euston Square is the stop for Euston Station, or at least on the Metropolitan Circle and Hammersmith and City lines. If you're on the Northern Line, then you have actually got the Euston Station stop itself. So green, good. I very rarely use the Northern Line though. I remember it being referred to as the misery line for a fair few years. So every time I went to London, I always needed to use the Central Line, and that was not great either. And I think nowadays the Central Line is frequently voted the worst line in.
The next station is Euston Square. Change for London Overground and National Rail services from Euston.
There you go. So this is, yeah, effectively our station for, our stop for Euston Station. Anyway, as I'll say, yeah, the Central Line these days is frequently voted the worst line of the London Underground. Where are the stop markers here? See if we can actually stop in the right place. Oh, we're close. I've got one, so right.
This is Euston Square. This is an all-station Metropolitan Line train to Harrow-on-the-Hill. The next station is Great Portland Street.
Great Portland Street, yeah, next stop. That's a reasonable size platform. After that is Baker Street, and the entrance to that can be absolute chaos. So, yeah, the biggest challenge is still to come. Okay, they're shutting. Let's get the lock done. So this signal ahead is fine. We've only got 2 other signals on this stretch. It's a very short stretch to Great Portland Street. Even when you're driving at the, you know, crawling sort of speeds that I'm doing. Now, you can see already on the route display just how bad.
The next station is Great Portland Street. Change for Circle and Hammersmith and City Line services via Paddington.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Yeah, how bad it is around Baker Street. I mean, just look at how many signals there are there. think I've slightly gone too far. Yeah. Oh well.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Proper grotty old station, Great Portland Street.
Metropolitan Line train to Harrow-on-the-Hill. The next station is Baker Street.
So yeah, Baker Street next. Possibly the biggest tourist trap in London. The haven for American tourists who think that not only was Sherlock Holmes real, but that he is still alive. So yeah, they flock to Baker Street and find that there is nothing there. It is such a dreary, miserable road full of bugger all nothing. You know, great song named after it, but yeah, that's the only good thing you can say about Baker Street. So we got a bit of a gap before the first of many signals. You really need to keep a lookout around here. And it's quite a slow approach because, yeah, again we got a fairly sharp curve as we head towards it, and we are crossing over other lines. So yeah, that one is good. We have 3 more as we approach it, and we do have another control signal along the platform. So this one's fine.
The next station is Baker Street.
Oh, I'm going through a red. No, I'm gonna, yeah. I'll tab through it.
Exit for 11 to Swords.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
So, yeah, there's the turn. There's the next green. Now there's another one, say, along the platform. And I can't see it right. Is that it there? It's red. I may have to tab through this one as well. Yeah, I again didn't want to do that, but I'm not entirely sure what speed, you know, how slow we have to go on the approach to that control signal. Yeah, we are completely on the station.
Between the train and the platform.
This is Baker Street.
So you can see this part of Baker Street Station is
Metropolitan
above
Line
ground.
train to Harrow-on-the-Hill. The next station is Finchley Road.
There you go, next stop, Finchley Road. So we will be completely out of the underground section. Baker Street is the last stop in Zone 1, and Finchley Road is yeah, Zone 2. I think that was the door shutting. Yeah, that's There you go. Right, so signal up ahead. Green, we're good here. Let's get underway. So there's the next one, which is fine. We can go up to 25 now. Let's get a bit of speed up. Next signal is good as well. So we don't have a hell of a lot of signals for, well, for a bit now. So we're on a 1 in 54 climb here. It says we're passing Lords, so we must be near St John's Wood. We do still have some more underground sections to come. This is not it as far as exiting the underground section. Green here. Again, another steep climb, 1 in 60, well actually it's easing off a bit. Still steep enough though, we're still in the 80s, 1 in 89. Trying to maintain our speed, not doing too badly. Now we have an awful lot of signals and speed changes coming up. I mean, really, if we just stick with doing 25, we'll be okay. So next signal. There, that's fine. There's next. Again, that's good. We are now in the 25 zone. I have a horrible feeling that was our first speeding it. Oh no, no, we had one right at the start, didn't we? When, yeah, went down to 10 mph and there was no sign of Y.
The next station is Finchley Road. Change for the Jubilee Line.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
I didn't know Finchley Road was on the Jubilee line. Well, that's another line I've never needed to use, the Jubilee line. Actually, I'll tell you, I think I used it once. Yeah, it was just once. But here we are now above ground for the rest of the journey. Now, as far as my intended run, this is it. We've stopped in the perfect spot.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This is Finchley Road.
So Harrow-on-the-Hill, 7.27 miles. So we may as well carry on to Harrow.
Station, Metropolitan Line train to Harrow-on-the-Hill. The next station is Wembley Park.
We have a lot more gaps between stations, or yeah, much bigger gaps between stations now. And we can also go faster, 50 mph limit. That will soon go up to a 60 as well. So I'm pretty sure Finchley Road here is the only stop in Zone 2 for the Metropolitan Line, and there are no stops in Zone 3. So we, yeah, our next stop, which is, was it Wembley, whatever Wembley station it was, is a Zone 4. Harrow-on-the-Hill is certainly Zone, actually no, Harrow-on-the-Hill is Zone 5, I think. So we can finally go up to 100% throttle. The signals are now much more spaced out. I'll take it back up to 100 once we are in the 50 zone. As I say, really driving an underground train, we should be able to do 50 as soon as we pass. As soon as that signal has passed the cab, or the 50 sign. Now, even though the signals are a lot more spread out, I still have to watch because there are still control signals up, you know, on this line. Good. I think this signal just as we just passed the oh, going a bit too fast now. I think that is a control signal. We'll soon find out. There's green there and green here as well, so alright, we're good there. Now, did it say we were stopping at Willesden Green? Well, this isn't a fast train, so yeah, we're going to have to stop at there. Have they spelled Willesden wrong there? I'm sure it's supposed to have 2 L's. Well, the guys who coded this are not Londoners. They're all Mancunians. But, So I guess you can let them off. So yeah, so this is not a fast train, it is a stopping service, so we'll see what happens if we stop here. I'm sure they said though that the next stop is Wembley, Wembley something or other, not Willesden Green. I should have listened to my own, let's have a look. Okay, I can't. Yeah, this is not control panel. It's not showing the yeah. Driving stroke station. Yeah, it's still showing Finchley Road. Well, I mean we're here, so let's see what happens.
The gap between the train and the platform.
This is Finchley Road.
Yeah, so we weren't supposed to stop here.
Stations, Metropolitan Line train to Harrow-on-the-Hill. The next station is Wembley Park.
Right, so Wembley Park is where we're meant to be stopping, so let's get the door shut. And let's pretend that this didn't happen. Hopefully this isn't going to bugger up the announcements, the fact that I did that. I guess we'll find out. So even though this is an all stations train, there are actually still stations that we are skipping. So Neasden is the next, but yep, we are not stopping there. That signal is green, we're good. Good there as well. No idea what station that is. Can't really see. What we can see is some of the improvements with the enhanced. I saw that just too late. Yeah, with the enhanced version of the route, starting with Wembley Stadium, that has been much improved. If this was a night run, all the lights that you get around Wembley Stadium, we'd be seeing all of those as well. So anyway, Neasden Station, which we are going straight through. I suspect Wembley Park is the next stop. Yeah, it is. Continue coasting because we've got to be doing 30 as we approach Wembley Park Station, plus we have a few signals, 4 signals between here and Wembley Park. So yeah, the signal density is still, you know, pretty much the same as if we were in zone 1. Well, I think now that we're in the Wembley area, I think we're now in zone 4. Two more signals to pass. Probably should start braking now. So that one's not one of ours, but still, yeah, this is one, so yeah, we're good here. Yeah, those are good as well. So, yeah, we're fine as far as our approach here goes.
The next station is Wembley Park. Change for the Jubilee Line. Exit for Wembley Stadium and Wembley Arena.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Yeah, another of the enhancements that we can see here is that it is actually showing the 4-rail track. Prior to the installation of the enhancement pack, it was just 3-rail. So, I mean, it's not a major change, but yeah, it all helps with, you know, well, enhancing it, you know. Can't see the stop marker. Okay, there it is. I think we stopped way too early, but no well.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This is Wembley Park. This is an all-station Metropolitan Line train to Harrow-on-the-Hill. The next station is Preston Road.
Okay, so, yep, got Wembley Stadium there. Yeah, looks much better with this enhancement installed. So next stop, Preston Park, and yeah, that is not far away at all. Doors locked. There we go. Right. Onwards. So yeah, Preston Park next, which is the next station. We're not skipping anything this time. Oh, that's Preston Road. That's not what we want. So Preston Park must be the next station, surely.
The next station is Preston Road.
Okay. Well, I'm sure it said, the announcement said Preston Park, but they've just announced Preston Road. So, well, we'll stop here and see what happens, but I am certain it said Preston Park. But why did they announce Preston Road?
This is Preston Road.
Stopped
This
way
is the
before.
all stations Metropolitan Line train to Harrow-on-the-Hill. The next station is Northwick Park.
Didn't catch that one. Yeah, we're a long way from the marker. So even though we came in a hell of a lot faster than I thought we'd get away with, well, not only did we get away with it, but I ended up stopping short of where I should have been. Okay, let's close the doors. We've been here long enough. I like seeing the sparks underneath the AI trains. That's another addition in the enhancement. I know it's only a minor thing, but it does add to the realism. You see it all the time when you're travelling on the underground. I think it said Northwick Park was next, so looks like we are going to be stopping here. And Harrow-on-the-Hill is the next stop after that, by the looks of it. One in 91 climb. I wonder how speed is dropping at a pretty good rate. We're only coasting, I haven't got the brakes on.
The next station is Northwick Park.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Perfect stop.
Mind the gap between the train
Northwick Park.
Got everything there, the 165 and Chiltern Line, because yeah, they are running alongside us.
The whole station's Metropolitan Line train to Harrow-on-the-Hill. The next station is Harrow-on-the-Hill.
In fact, while we're on the surface here, say with that 165 going past, we are actually now in a class 499. It's a temporary TOPS designation that all underground, or London Underground trains are given while they are on the surface. The thing is, it is given to all underground, you know, the tube trains. So even the Victoria and the Waterloo and City Line trains are referred to as 499s for when they are on the surface, despite the fact that those two lines don't have any surface stations. They're all underground. coast while we are still approaching the 35 zone. Don't think we'll need the brake, especially as, yeah, we're on a 1 in 99 uphill climb here. Actually, yeah, we will need the brake because after this... Ah, it's a red. I'm gonna... yeah. It is cheating a bit using that, but I'm determined to get a run that... yeah, does not have us...
The next station is Harrow-on-the-Hill. Change for Metropolitan Line services to Uxbridge and National Rail services.
Yeah, I'm determined to get a run without any spads. It'll be the first time I've ever done that on this line, and admittedly, yeah, okay, I had to do it by cheating a bit. I tabbed through, what was it, 3 signals? I have a feeling actually that that red that I tabbed through just there was a control signal. This one is not going to turn green because of course this is where we are terminating. Way past the stop marker.
This is Harrow-on-the-Hill, where this train terminates. Please take your belongings with you when you leave the train. All change.
So there we are. That was Aldgate to, well, it was meant to be Aldgate to Finchley Road, but we carried on going to Harrow-on-the-Hill in the S8 stock, and yeah, it's a great drive. It always is. It is, I think, by a pretty good margin, the most challenging route I've got. Certainly the most challenging of all of the payware routes I've got. Because moving a train while unloading, that's not good. That's an instant game over if this was a scenario. And I was speeding 4 times. So yeah, it wasn't a good run as far as operational errors, although at least I managed to do it without getting any spads, and that was my big sort of priority for the run. Like I say, I did it through cheating a bit, tabbing through them, but at least I managed it. But yeah, as you can quite clearly see, I'm still getting the grips with this route. I'm going through zone 1 a hell of a lot slower than I really should be. Yeah, I'm nowhere near even vaguely competent on this line yet, but I'm getting there. So yeah, it's a great run. It's a route that I really do recommend, despite the fact that the Metropolitan Line route DLC does have quite a glaring issue. It does not come with any underground trains. So if you buy it, you've then got to buy either the S8 and stroke or the S7 plus 1. The best thing to do is wait for a steam sale, and yeah, you can get the Metropolitan Line, the S8 rolling stock, the S7 plus 1 rolling stock. Get the 3 of them for less than you will pay for any one of those things on Just Trains. So that is definitely the thing to do. And you end up with, yeah, a fantastic route. And if you do that, the enhancement pack, which is only available from Just Trains, it's not on Steam, but it is fully compatible with the Steam version. So yeah, good stuff. So there we are. That is this video done, and we will see you at the next one.